don't see. What's yours for the taking tonight? Ooh, show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Can't you see it's way past time? How expensive do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Hey, happy hump day, everybody. It's Wednesday, at least in this neck of the woods it is. And it's the middle of the week. This week is moving fast, really fast here in Chicago. It stopped raining, you guys, finally. And the sun has come out. So we're very happy here in the Chicagoland area. How are things shaping up in your neck of the woods? Welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. Oh, my goodness. You know, my husband, Dr. Brian, and I have oftentimes said, oh, I wish we had met earlier so we could have had children and all that kind of thing. Well, last night was one of those nights where you go, ooh, we have some like godchildren. And then, of course, with the Wolf Pack, the young people that are making incredible money. I've talked to you guys about them before, headed up by one who feels like a son, Stanley Smith. These kids are Stanley's making, well, I don't know if I should put his business out there, but several millions of dollars a month. And he did it in 2 years. And it's just amazing. This new world, you all, they are putting it together. And they are indigenous to this new world. Whereas people like me, I'm an alien. These kids know nothing about things like, for instance, the television going off at night and coming back on in the morning. Remember that? Anybody remember that? With the national anthem and our TV? Well, I know because that's when I had to take my ass to bed, when that little dot was in the middle of the screen. And our TV, I don't know if it was everybody's, it took exactly 22 minutes. And I said, I'm waiting until the dot disappears. And your ass better disappear when it's gone. That's what mine would say. So I knew not to be in that living room when that dot. They don't know anything about that. I think that was the tubes that were in the TVs. Remember, they weighed 100 pounds. Seriously, I got rid of one about 2 years ago and couldn't give it away. People were like, I don't want that heavy thing. So, and also phone booths. Remember phone booths? They don't know anything about that. Now, here's something that will surprise you. Maybe not. About a month ago, my husband and I were over at my niece, Dr. Selma. She's a acupuncture doctor. We were at her practice. And her front office girl is 24 years old. And we were there for massages, right? And we had the times wrong. And we said, well, will you tell Dr. Selma we'll be back at 4:15? She goes, when? 4:15. Oh, I don't know how to tell that kind of time. She didn't know what 4:15. Because these kids take it from here. You should have seen us. I thought Ashton Kutcher was somewhere in the premises because I was like, we're getting punked. Oh, we're going to be on TV. Right. No. So I'll tell you, it is a different world. It's a new world. And people like our guests today are doing their part in making it a greater world. And I want you to think about that. What are you doing? This is you remember? Well, this is year number 12 for the show. And for 10 years, I always started with this question. So heads up, Miss Dawna Campbell, who is back in the green room, eating up all of our craft table food. Oh, we're not that kind of show, but I can dream. That's how you manifest. Do y'all remember back when it was in my driveway as a Facebook Live? And everybody laughed when I said, you know what? We speak things into existence. So when this show is syndicated, I'll only have one question. Do I come on before or after Jimmy Kimmel? It wasn't syndicated that way, but it is Pluto and Tubi syndication. So thank you, God. Thank you, universe, for that. Speak it. Don't text it. Don't sing it. Don't tap dance it. Don't think it. You don't even dream it into existence. It only gets here and manifests through one portal, and that is speaking it into existence. So use your voice, but be meaningful. Mean what you say and say what you mean. Words are powerful. Use them to heal, encourage, and bless others. You'll be glad you did. Trust me. That's the bell of purpose, y'all. It is here on purpose, and I ring it with purpose. It is not a show gimmick. It's not a prop. It is a gentle reminder, if you will, that the truth, just like that bell, and here she is. Ta-da! She's a real thing, right? It has a ring to it. Back when we first started the show, it was a little call bell, like on a hotel desk, and the network gave me that one. So here we are. So really, the reason I ring it is because I know you're busy. You're flat ironing your hair. Do they still do that? You're feeding the baby oatmeal. I know you still do that, and all sorts of things. But we should never be so distracted, so busy, that we let the golden truth pass by without acknowledging it. At least going, I see you, right? Why is that so important to Dr. Loren? I'll tell you why. Oof. All of us within our journeys, we've had those moments that people call big T, little t, any T. I speak of trauma. Know this. Here's the truth for you. And tell children this that have been traumatized. That's very important because I remember 22 homes in foster care. And I know because I received it. When trauma touches you at any point throughout your journey, you've been marked by what is greater than us for future greatness in this world. There are no mistakes. It's what they have to do to keep your shit interesting. Why would your story be interesting? Why would people be interested in your story 100 years from now if your story isn't even interesting today? Think about that. Count it all joy. Okay? That's what we do. And even the pain. Well, how can I? Anything that hurts you, there's a clue in there. They're called growing pains for a reason and not growing tickles. Take that one with you. See? Start celebrating the moment you feel that pain because you started growing when the trajectory of it was coming towards you. You only felt the pain when it landed. Get to the wall, just like when we were kids, and you'll see that what is greater than us, the universe, has marked it. But don't go in looking right here. It's got to be an inch or two. But look up there as high as you can. And don't look with your outer eyes. Look with your inner eyes, your real eyes, the windows to the soul. That's when you'll realize a little bit more of who you truly are. Okay? I want you to take that now. Every one of us is a legend in the making. And don't you forget it. Speaking of legends, Dawna, now there's a hyphen in it. We don't have it. Well, shit happens. D-A-W. But I don't like messing with people's names. I'm going to tell you something because you have to be impeccable with your word. You see? And we're going to talk about today with our guest because she goes, I said, if people get it confused with Dawna, she goes all the time, but I let it go. And boy, I mean, and I know what that's like because I have some nieces and nephews who have those names that sound like, medicines, like Tylenol and stuff like that, right? That my sister thought was all cute back in early 80s and mid 70s. The kids don't think it's so cute now. I ain't even going to tell you some of the names, right? But they all have nicknames, so it works. Listen, the 21 authors in the book, I have something to pull up. Wings of Purpose. Many of them have been here on the show. Oh, wait a minute. Who's that? Oh, yeah, Wings of Purpose. Now, that's a name, and there's a lot of power in there. You are meant to soar. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. There is power in the word. Start defining your own, creating your own definitions to your narrative. For instance, when people say, oh, can I offer some constructive criticism? Absolutely not. Dr. Loren does not accept criticism. I don't believe in it. It's negative. How can it be constructive? Can you change it into some constructive insight? Now that I can get behind. You see what I mean? Changes it right there. Don't say I to anything unless you put it at the end of a sentence where it's inclusive. It's a blessing. There's some of this in here for you too. You're not too old. You're not too ugly. You're not too fat. You might be so old. I'm so old, but I'm not too old because there's a promise that says I won't be given anything I can't handle. And it applies to you too. Oh, there's that inclusion. Don't you love it? Now we're going to include a gift for you today. Our guest, she's a filmmaker. She does a bunch of stuff. I don't like reading bios because she's going to come in and she's going to bless us today. I guarantee you that. Now is the time. Phone a friend. Phone a friend. Tell somebody, get over. Check this out today. You don't want to miss it. Trust me. You'll be glad you did. We'll be back in about 1.5 minutes. And when we come back, Dawna Campbell will be sitting right here next to me. Don't go away. We'll be Right. Well, let me think. How long should we go? Let's go for about a minute and we'll be right back. Get yourself some coffee. I will too.
The power of we was a way of inclusion, a way of inviting anyone who needed or wanted a place to belong.
It was just very clear to me that this was something that would really benefit the young folks right here.
And to be able to give them a different perspective, that I know where they come from, I know what they're experiencing because I was there too, and letting them know that there's different actions that they can take that'll lead to a different destiny.
We really needed to hear that. In order to change our community, we needed to hear that.
And they are inspired to invest in making it happen. That's powerful.
Oh, thought I had you on the screen by yourself, huh? Where is he? I'm here. Hi, Dawna.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh,
This is going to be a lot of fun.
And thank you for putting up with me. Because I'm telling you what, we were up. I was up with Luke, that's his name, until I don't know, 4 o'clock. But I did say, you know what made him say, okay, I'll go to bed. Well, you can drive my car while we're gone. And I was like, I can? So all is well. But you know, it is scary when you get the call and this, that, and the other. The police are there and a tow truck. Yeah. And so anyway, do you have kids, Dawna?
Yes, I do. I have 3 of them. And honestly, I loved what you were sharing about manifesting because my daughter, who is now 22, wrote me last week and said, I was just thinking about when I was a kid. I always said you would be on TV. Now look at you go. Proud of you, Mom. Love you.
Oh.
So there we go. Manifesting. She put it out in the world and somehow I accepted it.
Of course. You know, it's all, and it's true. She
Yes.
spoke it into existence. There's
She
a
did.
real thing there. So here's what I like to do. You heard me say, perhaps you did, that I don't really buy into just reading a bio. So what I do, however, is I scoot out for up to 2 minutes. You don't have to take the whole 2 unless you want to, but just take a minute or so. And here's what I'd like you to do. Just talk to the folks out there now and those who will see it in the future as a rerun or a replay, and share with them what you believe to be true. What is it that Dawna Campbell gets to do every single day of her journey that allows you to undeniably ease some form of suffering somewhere in the world? Okay? Because people think that's hard to do, but I believe you have been doing it because I read up on you. So if that's okay, do that. And then before it gets too uncomfortable, I'll pop back in and we'll get this conversation started.
All right, here we go.
Dawna Campbell, take it away.
All right. So where do we start? Of course, everyone says the beginning, but you can look up the beginning very easily. What I'm going to share with you is that, one, I lived a life as a healer. Now, what does that really mean? For me, it means increasing the vibrational energy of the world, having happiness over anger, helping people transmute those emotions. People often talk about beliefs. We talk about the emotions underneath it. I go to a vibrational energy to make a shift or a change, which is why I get called a mind whisperer, because essentially I reprogram your subconscious brain to get you instantaneous results. Sounds a little lofty. I have an Aladdin's lamp behind me because really our dreams do come true, and the things we manifest for, ask for, all things are possible. Anything we have created in our life can be discreated and created new, and that includes your health. So what's important about being called a mind whisperer is that that's not a title I gave myself. It is a title that the media world gave me because when they asked me what I did for a living, I eloquently shared what that was. And they went, we don't know what you do. We're just going to call you a mind whisperer. It stuck. I could not get rid of it for a number of years. And today I actually have this still. I have mail that gets delivered to my house addressed to the mind whisperer. So it must be true, right? So working in the healing world, increasing the energy, increasing the vibration, looking at the laws of the universe, and doing good things. And it might just be, making the store clerk smile. That's an increase in energy. So I will accept that as a healing there. But with that, what happens is I got to take all of that and transform that into writing, being an author, into filmmaking, which is a movie that I have out called Pillars of Power. And so many other good things, because you can take that skill set and use it in a lot of different ways. But that's what started for me.
That's beautiful. Thank you for that, Dawna. I feel like I'm
you got it down. You have my name down.
I know, but I know, but every time I say it, I say, I'm like, where's that Snooki? From Jersey Shore, like Dawna. Hey, or it could have been Boston. I used to live there. Park the car, Dawna.
Right? Or if you're in the South, you try to pronounce the W and go Dawna, and you're like, no, that's not right either.
Oh, that sounds like one of those names I was saying my niece's name. Yeah. We don't want to go there.
So
right?
People pronounce it Dawna. I'm okay. We just let it go. We're close.
Yes. And let's go to the manifestation part, because I was talking about crazy names in my family. In our culture, this is how I've heard it. In other words, Black folks, they're like, what is he? They would say you say, oh, Dawna, da, 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 and then you put on the driveway. You talked her up, is what they would say. They don't use the word manifest. Right. And I've been so happy and honored over the years to introduce this type of thing. Let me ask you, the people in your inner circle, let's say, relatives, family, close friends, do any of them refer to, or did they, when you were known as the mind whisperer, and were you known as woo woo? And what do you think that stands for?
Right. In my inner circle, no, that word did not come out until many, many years later, when people didn't want to understand, because everything in the metaphysical world, what's the word? Metaphysical, physical. So, it goes with physics. It is an actual branch of science. So a lot of what I do and talk about is science-based. And so,
woo-woo.
And now it's validating what they call the woo-woo world. But when I was doing all of this 20 years ago, I never heard that word. It wasn't until about 5 or 6 years ago, I really started hearing that word woo-woo. And now it's like, but wait, it's science. And there are so many books around it with physics, neuroscientists, all of it. It's backed by fact and logic.
If you can think of a book, sorry to interrupt. If you can think of a book or something that can help, this for me is a selfish request, because I want to know how to defend because it's the kind of thing, it's almost like a racial slur. It makes people feel like, oh, and they kind of shrink a little. And I don't believe that is what you're supposed to expand. So anything come to mind where people can go and check out the history of that? Anything, I know it's putting you on the spot, but
Oh no. I have the resources here.
Oh, great.
With it. Let me just pull it up.
I appreciate
my
that.
library.
Okay.
There's a lot of different books and a lot of different people touch on it. I mean, Joe Dispenza touches on it. The late Jeffrey Fannin touches on it in his different books that are science driven. But if you really want to know the history of all of it and the branches, it's actually there's a book called Real Magic by Dean Radin, PhD, and he is an actual scientist, but he traces back from the very beginning of where the roots are, which comes from Persia, which then went to the Greeks, which then unfolded, and then how this energy separated into a couple of different branches. And then, of course, we have like psychics and intuitives on one side, and we have neuroscientists and scientists on the other side. It's a very long book to listen to. I'd recommend listening to it, but it's the whole history of this. And he's
Wow.
a PhD.
Wow.
That's the one I
So
would look at.
let me ask you this. What name do you, this is speculative, but I love forecasting,
Yeah.
you know, or thinking about the possibility. 100 years from now,
Yeah.
what do you think, and how do you think the world will look at woo-woo? Do you think it will, do you think more people will be walking within it? Or do you think it will still be like some kind of cult? Because when they say woo-woo, it's almost like you want to go, did you,
Right? Right?
you know what? Did you call me a Jehovah's Witness? You know what I'm saying? No, and I have a brother who's Jehovah's Witness. Hi, Duran. So, you know what I'm saying, though. Some
Yes, I
people
do.
take offense to the
Yes.
silliest things, but you know, I kind of felt that way too until I learned how to stand completely. So, what do you think about that? What's your future insight say?
You know, when you asked me that question 100 years from now, all I heard was laughter, because it always is, always has been, and always will be. There's no difference. You cannot it just is.
You know why? Because it is the truth.
It's truth.
And the truth is the one thing, the only thing in this universe that cannot be changed, will never change, and most importantly, it will not change on us. So make sure you are headed due north with everything. Keep your eye on the prize. And what's
I
the
have
prize?
I have
That's
this
right.
phrase. I had this phrase that I wrote down the other day
Oh,
about truth. And truth does not need to be defended. It
no.
only has to be left alone to expose the lie.
There you go.
There it is.
It's true. Ah, no pun intended. Oh, yes, it was. Now, let's get into your chapter, the
Yes.
book. Are you going to be in Jackson Hole, by the way?
I am going to be in Jackson.
Hey, have
Gonna
you
be
been?
fun.
You been there before?
I used to live near there for about 15 years. So I've been there many times.
It's beautiful. You know, my husband, Dr. Brian, we were there for the first one. Last year we couldn't because we were in the middle of a kitchen remodel. And you know that, and my husband's a therapist, right? And did you know this? That with the top 3 things that sever a relationship. Number 1, infidelity by one or both parties.
Mhm.
I'm skipping to number 3, the loss of a child.
Mhm.
You know, that's hard to make you back from. Number 2, a kitchen remodel. See, that's what we did. I was like, ha ha, honey, and that put 6 weeks in. We understand.
I bet.
Oh my goodness. I'm not kidding. PTS double D. And I ain't talking about, you know, PTSD. No, because it's just the kitchen is really the heart of the home. It really is.
It is food, family, fun, laughter,
Right.
nurturing.
Right. If you can't go in there, you don't care about those other rooms look like dungeons. So I'm not kidding you. I learned a lot. Every person I've said that to, they go, oh, we had one, and let me tell you. So keep that in mind as you plan your future, if you should, kitchen remodel. So let's get to the book. 21 authors. What made you decide that? Because I have a feeling you're similar to me. I just don't jump in anybody's anthology.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't speak on stages. It's a personal choice, y'all. I believe in the 4 agreements. And I'm telling you, integrity based. When I don't stand on stages where you pay to play.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't anyway. But when people pay, that's because they want that money back. So they will sell anything. They will say and tell anything from the stage to get you to rush with your credit card from the back of the room into the back of the room. So I was like, no, I can't do it. So how do you feel? What was your vetting process? What is your vetting process when you choose the products and services that you lend your work, credibility, your integrity, the things you know to be true to? Do you cast your pearls among swine, or are you a little selective?
I have to believe in it. Simply put, if I don't believe in it, it's just not going to happen
Mm.
in my world. So, being an author in this book, I believe in the mission. I believe in the vision. Those things are important. And
They
yes,
do,
in
Teresa.
filmmaking, I write
Yeah.
out a mission and a vision for every single movie. And what is this about? How does it work? Knowing Teresa Lawrence in the with it and being asked, of course, yes, I will contribute because I believe in it.
You believe in it. Yeah. And you know what I love about Teresa? She's been coaching with me, I don't know, maybe 4 years. And first of all, you talk about a manifester.
Oh, she's good.
One of her divine gifts. She is a master manifester and, trained attorney, you know, and some people look at, like, I remember the first time I was with people and I was discussing the Trueness Project, the Grand. Where are you going, and Dad? What you going there for? Oh, the Grand Butterfly. And of course, when you pull out, because we were at our house for a dinner party, and I pulled out the lighted wings that she had sent ahead of time, and they're going, oh. I saw them. They acted like I didn't. But see, they don't realize I keep mirrors everywhere. Here's one right here. I act like I'm, so I can see. But what I love about it is how it has been anointed, blessed, and increased in such a short period of time that it's global.
Yes,
And she made it. She manifested it globally the first time out of the gate. That is powerful. Right?
It is.
Right.
It is.
So how much did you start watching this from when she launched it originally 2 years ago, or did you just learn of it recently? How did it come into your life? Or how long ago?
I've known Teresa for a number of years, but
Okay.
it wasn't until we reconnected when we were both at the United Nations this last February.
Oh, I remember
And
seeing that.
then we started communicating, started talking. She shared the project, and I'm like, yes. The other side, of course, first believing in it, but also, is it personal to me? And so my youngest daughter has this thing for butterflies her entire life. Not a moth. Moths are not so good for her, but
Right.
butterflies. Her whole room is decorated in butterflies, and it's her thing. And when I started looking at it, yes. So my daughter will get to be with me this next weekend. She's so happy she gets to dress up as a butterfly.
Now, how old is she?
15 now.
15. Oh, she's
She
gonna
is
have a
stuck with
great time.
butterflies. So I'm really excited for this. And she wrote a chapter once in a different book that had a butterfly theme to it as well. So I can bring that joy to her. Why not?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I want to get into your chapter, if that's okay with you. Oh, there's so many things here. I'm like, Well, first of all, let me get this out of the way. Where did you get that bedazzled skateboard you have against the wall back there? That is the bomb.
The green, it's like a window. No, that's a window shutter.
Skateboard over there.
A skateboard.
If you were on this side of the aisle looking in, the onyx, or what is that? It's a rock or something.
Yes, there's rocks.
Right.
So there's
it's shaped like a skateboard.
this one here.
No, other side.
Over.
No, down, right there. Don't tell me you don't see it.
There is no skateboard. I don't
No,
know.
I'm saying it's a rock thing, but it's shaped like a skateboard.
It's not up on top. I only see what's in front of me.
Next to the lamp.
Next to the lamp.
You don't see that thing? It looks like a gym.
At the bottom.
Am I seeing something no one else can see? I could be accessing.
I don't know. There's that rock. Are
that,
you
seeing? Yeah.
Yeah, that's an amethyst geode. You're seeing more
okay.
than we can.
I said gym. I didn't know you thought I meant like GYM. No.
Yeah, it's a geode.
Gym. But it's kind of shaped like a skateboard.
It kind of
I said, boy, that's a bedazzled girl. Now, see, if my husband was here, he'd probably go, boo, to me.
It's all sparkly, yes.
I know. That is the biggest geode I've seen. Did you harvest that yourself?
No.
Where'd you get that?
No. I've had this for about 15 years, to be honest. They're harvested, a lot of them out of Brazil. And it was brought up on a shipment. and it sat in this one store for a really long time.
Mm.
And they were clearancing everything out. And I went, I want that. How much is it? And got a really exceptional price. And
I
so
bet you did. So
taken everywhere with me. So
now, why I asked you that is because I used to go, like people remember when wearing crystals became a thing.
Mhm.
And then you go, oh, let me, don't touch it. I'll have to cleanse it under the moon and this and the other, right? And I was like, oh, Lord, one of them woo-woos. Okay, so I did, right? Who
we
knew?
do it.
Who knew where I was headed?
I've done it. I
Right.
still do it.
So what kind of, I'm choosing my words, you guys, because you must try to be impeccable. And that, what I love about when I get, don't take any old turd and throw it against the wall and expect it to stick when it comes to using your words. Take your time, because sometimes you're inside of a divine experience and there are no words. And sometimes we reach for, wow, because we are wonders of this world. That's a sacred acronym. Trust me, you'll get clued in sooner or later if you aren't already. Now, what I'm getting at is those types of things speak to people.
Yes.
So what did it say to you to make you take it home with you and then put it right there where everyone in the world can see? Because you know people that watch television, you know that they're nosy. Last say with the first 10 years, I had all my toys and stuff on shelves back there because I believe in play. You know what I mean? Because I didn't get to play much with
Right.
22 homes in foster care. So I do it now, and it is magical. So tell everybody. So they've seen that, and I bet they're like, "That's a big old rock," but tell them what it really is.
Yes. Why did I take it home? It needed a home because everything was leaving and being transported into a different state because the company was moving.
Okay.
Rocks and crystals do speak to you.
Yes.
I have probably about 300 of them in my house, of all sizes, shapes. So now they really have to speak for me to pick one up because I used to teach about them. We did healing work with them. But really with an amethyst, it's all about your connection to spirit. It opens up what we call the crown chakra to
Okay.
receive divine information. And amethysts are all about prosperity and abundance.
Okay, good. Yes.
And my personal brand is the Abundant Soul, which is abundance for everyone. So when I'm here on camera and this is with me, and it amplifies the energy here through me, through the Ethernet here, through television, through all of it to bless other people with that abundance.
Ethernet. What are you going to use next? MySpace?
Maybe
I'm
the
kidding.
ethers, the
I
ether
know.
net. Yeah, the ethers, the waves that we don't see that
That's right.
transport communication. What else do we call it?
Well, I'm saying, because remember when you had to hook your computer up with an
Yeah,
Ethernet
sure.
cord. So you don't hear people
Mine
really
is-
refer to
mine
that
is
word.
actually
Right.
For
That's-
better internet.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Say that to somebody the age of your kids. They're going to be, what? You can't even say hashtag something. And they go,
They're like,
no,
"What?"
Lord, nobody uses that anymore.
Right.
I'm like, since when? You know what I mean? Listen,
Right.
I was done trying to keep up with them right around Christmas time in a restaurant called Cooper's Hawk here in Chicago. Just like the thing with the girl who couldn't tell a quarter after. Mariah Carey, that song they play to death during Christmas, was playing. I said, yeah, I like Mariah Carey. But what's the server? She must have been like 24. What's your favorite Christmas tune? By Whitney Houston. Who? Check. I could not believe it. Girl. That's why we don't get to watch the American Music Awards, the Grammys, because we don't know any of the people. I bring that up because there are some things that seem to evaporate from our world. Many things become extinct. They really do. And in our lifetimes, there are things that have become extinct. Now, the work that we do, and one of the keywords in the title of the book, purpose, I think that is why so many of us have jumped on the bandwagon. And then I'm writing a book right now with Sanjeev Chopra, Deepak's brother, about the soul. It's from famous plug in 3, 2, 1. From splintered to centered. 7 dimensions for navigating your soul. And let me tell you, and Shaquille has been there for all of the sessions, and I am not joking at all. Dawna, I had no idea some of the things that have come. When you seek, you will find. If you're looking for the truth, you'll know it when you find it. If you're not, you'll walk right past it. You see what I'm saying? Because divine things are hidden in plain sight. I say this all the time. People, since then, it is said to me, you know, there's 3 types of sense. Because I believe in the power of 3. Because it happened to me. The power of 3 is upon you. I didn't know it was a thing. I did not know. I'm on my last life. 2 psychics on the tour last summer were in the audiences and came up and said, you know, you're on your last life. You know, you've been recently elevated from the 3rd to the 5th dimension. I said, the singing group? I had no idea. I promise you. And I want to say this because I read your chapter. And I'm like, I think it's better that I didn't know. Like some people go and they study all this stuff. And there are people like me. I'm ignorant to it until it happens. And they told me that. When I say they, I mean greater than me. You know why we love working with you? This is when I was in first grade. I was 9. The night that the first predator came through the hole in the wall that the mattress was covering. And he was coming for me. And the boys in the room had told me he'd be coming. I don't remember any of it. Why? Because 2 angels transported me. I'm not kidding. And I don't, if it wasn't the result of the clothes, my pajamas the next morning, I would not have known it happened. This is true. And I remember I said, where is this place? And I could hear, they're here, they've been with me, they're here now. They said, this is the place. You were right. Told you he learns quickly. That's what the one said. This place is called faith. And that's all the things that we cannot touch, but we can only feel. There are places. And you need one of those as a ticket when you leave out the door to the right. Ticket, please. What did you grow through that hurt you so deeply that you left something for people to feel when they're going through it? Because I've never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse or luggage beside a coffin. Have you?
Nope.
Absolutely right.
Right.
So, I'm using all that to segue us into your work in film. Because I've talked to directors. I did 2 independent movies in the last few years and am just finished up wrapping up one of those streaming television shows, just a season. I'm a district attorney church, right? I was like, isn't that irony? Church, Bedside Baptist, right? That's about it. Now, I did not realize how selective many are in this day and age on what type of story they will tell or not tell. How does that affect you when you're deciding, is this project for me or not? Like, I don't believe in that, or I'm not going to support that, or you left this part out. Do you get to say anything about that, or is that pretty much left up to who wrote it?
For producing a movie?
A movie, any type of content that has your name on it. Because
Okay. I write all of my own content. And the movie, Pillars of Power, I produced it. So I was the one that got to write the questions to ask for all of the interviews to weave together in the story that matches the mission and vision. So I don't go into somebody else's paradigm. It's just mine. And then I get to share it with the world.
So you're impeccable with your word. Yes. And yes. Well, you know, because I've met people who, you know it just like I do, and then I'm just keeping it real. Because you know what? I don't hold it up, y'all, for real. If I don't stand on stages next to people that I know are peddling some, starts with a B and an S. And if I have clients that are speaking on those stages, I'm sorry. I was an MC at a 2-day event here. One day, she had to move to 2 people that I know had stolen from people in the audiences because they came to me. I said, I can't give them back that money. I spent it on my next event. I would not set foot on that property that day because I do not support it. How do you feel about those of us? Because you talk about, we're going to get to it in here. You talk about, okay, you know where I'm going. Can I read it?
Go for it.
Okay. You said, let me see. Well, first of all, there's a after the colon, like a subtitle to the book. She says, everything the camera doesn't show. That's very telling. Reading between the lines. People leave out a lot. Producing Pillars of Power, the hidden secret behind achieving greatness. Now that really spoke to me. You know why? They hear me say all the time, get up every day, find one E and one R. You will go great. I don't use good. There's no place to go. There's nobody. You gonna go from good to gooder? Ooh, here comes one of our goodest. No, you go from great to greater, great to greater, great to greater. And one day you're gonna step into a new world. And they're gonna say, "Ooh, look who it is! Everybody, place this. Here comes Dawna Campbell, one of our greatest." See what I'm saying? I know it because I've seen it. I've seen it. I stand behind it. I'm just saying, get with it or get left behind. That is true. So when you said greatness, I'm like, ooh. Miss Donna knows something. Now, first of all, before we go too far away from the television and the you've done television too, right?
Oh,
You've
yes.
done any television? Okay. Television, movies. And this shows how modest she is. How come you don't mention anywhere in here about your music career?
Because I was 15 at the time.
You don't look 15 on the album I found.
I could talk about it, but
I found one of your early albums.
so all right. There we go.
You want to
There we
see it? I got it up here. You guys.
What you came up with.
Remember a little song? It started like this. Someone stole the letter you left me on the radio. Oh, don't act like it's not you, Miss Dawna Summers.
I love it. I love it.
And the thing is, it actually says it, but you can't see because that's the bottom. That's
Right.
really that's the dress. I had that made for you.
Thank
Dawna. You know why? Because people always get your name wrong. Or not wrong, but you know what I'm saying. They and you don't correct them.
you. No.
Talk about that real quick before we go down to what we feed the mind, because there's going to be a little bit, some people are going to go all up in their feelings when we get down there. But talk about, I always look at that because it is your name. How do you work it in to eventually, because I got a feeling you do. You might not write them, but if they have a ongoing relationship, do you finally?
It's kind of interesting because on one hand, I don't think it bothers me as much as it may for others. If the name's if it's really mispronounced,
Yeah.
then I will say it's pronounced like this. But if it's fairly close,
Well, you know why?
and
Okay.
here's the thing, and here's where the media and our technology is gone. We can voice text now, and we can leave different messages. I'm going to tell you, it never spells my name correctly. Ever, not once. So what do I say? Your voice audio message you left me was wrong. I mean, why create drama if it's not needed or necessary? I know what happened.
Here's the deal. With those things, and I really believe this. I was telling Luke last night, we were sitting and talking, and I was saying, listen, because here's what happened yesterday, right? This is his first car. He did not even drive it for 2 months after he bought it. His friends drove him around because it was his first car. He had a scooter. And he took a lot of flack because they were driving their parents' cars. He says, my first car, I will pay for. And he paid 20 grand himself, right? And so I said, yesterday, I used right here on the show. Who was it here yesterday? Oh, yeah. Who was here yesterday? Lord Jesus. 64 on the 4th of July. Fleeting. Yep. You better believe. Out they go. I had a rose out of our garden, and I was talking about how important it is to give people their flowers. And so I literally had one. I said, here, this is for you. So I did. I throw this away. I cut it off. I took it, gave it to my husband. I put it outside his office door. And then something said, get another card and give it to Luke. And I told him how proud I am and how wonderful of a person he is. And I have a pendulum that I kept telling him it was for him. And I taped it to the envelope. So that pendulum showed up before the accident did. And I said, that's something greater, getting your attention and letting you know you are not alone. Start asking the questions. Pendulum. Does serve my higher needs, my higher everything, my higher self? Tell real quick, because I'm glad I didn't forget this, because I wanted to hear you say about it, because I haven't talked about pendulums since the person introduced me to them. But you know some stuff. What do you know about pendulums?
They read the energy because you are an electromagnetic energy field, and it reads the energy from you. So when you're asking questions and they swing different directions,
Yes.
it's sharing with you a truth. Is it an absolute truth, or is it the truth that you believe in the moment? Because it's reading an energy field.
Now,
of the energy that you are in the moment.
in the moment. So it's not predicting something.
So does so-and-so love me? And in the energy, my electromagnetic energy field is saying yes. My pendulum's going to swing yes. If I hold the pendulum and my energy field says no, does so-and-so love me? It's going to say a no. Can you
So
alter between that from moment to moment? Yes, because it's reading your energy field, even though you're holding it and you're not swinging it a certain direction, you're holding it. It's reading the energy of the field or the space to the truth in the moment. Can that truth change in the next moment? Absolutely 100%.
well, you know why I love it? Because young people nowadays, oh, anybody nowadays, I don't know why. Seeing is believing, and you cannot unsee what you've seen. You cannot unhear what you've heard. But it doesn't say anything about you cannot unspeak what you've spoken. That's why we have grace, forgiveness, second chances. However, when they hold it and they see this, because air, we know it's here, but we can't see it. Love, we know it's here, but we can't see it. This isn't it. It's a symbol, right? And those are places. They really are. So it literally does something. And it's like not David Copperfield and the energy part.
Yes.
We are pure energy.
We are.
Pure.
100%.
No adulterants. There's no cut on it. There's
Until-
no ingredients that you cannot pronounce, like most of the food some of us are eating.
Right.
You see
Until
what I'm
you
saying?
decide what it becomes in the universe. It's pure raw energy. And then through the emotions that we feel, we assign a frequency to it, and then it creates into your life. So say there's pure raw energy flowing in, you want to create more money, but your electromagnetic energy field is saying scarcity, and that's what you apply. You're going to create scarcity in the life 100% of the time.
So that is connected to the law of attraction
Correct.
and all the right. I love it. So you wouldn't be opposed to giving your children or introducing them to a pendulum. Because I was like, because I'm not his real parent, and
Yes.
I
My children grew up with it,
thought, okay,
especially my 15-year-old. So
wonderful.
they already know.
And he took it, and I said, if nothing else, look, keep it in your pocket or keep it somewhere so within reach.
It's a tool to learn with until
Yes,
you
yes.
can start decoding the energy for yourself, and that you don't rely on the tool and you can just read the energy of the situation.
For yourself.
That's what it's for.
Because we are greater than. We are the only. We are the dominion keepers of this world.
Yes.
Out of all the things that and entities and whatever, pets, flowers, and anything with a living source, we're the only ones who can speak.
Yes.
The only ones who can speak. And so it's very important. I'm so grateful for you for saying that. Now, let's move down inside. When you said achieving greatness, the hidden secret. Now, that's another thing. I believe things aren't hidden, like I'll trick them. They're hidden in plain sight. But when you access insight, there it is. It's like the 3 types of sense. That don't make no sense. Or when people try to turn you away because you're saying something so powerful they're not ready for it. Well, that's just common sense. Then why ain't you telling me instead of me telling you? But then there's the third one. Well, that makes perfect sense.
Yes.
That's where you want to be, right? So when you say hidden secret,
Yeah.
do you mean cloak and dagger, or is it meant like a beckoning? Seek and you will find. Like, search.
Right.
Remember Highlights magazine?
Yes, I do.
Remember that tree at the back where you find the bone? Find that. Talk about that.
Yes. The hidden secret. It's inside of you, not outside of you. It's hidden because we can't see it, because it's literally inside. And what is on the inside of us manifests into our outside world. It's not the outside in, it's the inside out.
That's
and when
right.
you watch this movie, that is one of the themes that comes through, that if you really want to be great in the world, you have to be great on the inside.
That's right. Intention, insight, intuition, integrity, and the list goes on and on. And where do they reside? Inside, internally. And the only way they can go anywhere but due north is through your personal invitation of something that does not serve you. That is true. That is absolutely
Very
true.
true.
Yes.
I recall a segment filming with Dr. Reverend Michael Beckwith, and he talks a little bit about this. We put it into the movie because it made absolute sense. He said that there's not an attention deficit disorder, there's an intention deficit
Yeah.
order.
See there?
Yeah,
Y'all better write that down. And that don't mean
intention. Your
right.
world is inside of you.
That's
And you're
right.
the only one that's experiencing your world, although we're sharing in a space here today.
Girl, if I could speak in tongues, I'd say Hasa Babaka or Sabah. I'm not kidding, because it is so accessible.
Yes.
It is. And like the spoken word, I say, okay, take the Jesus character, right? Take the Jesus.
Mhm.
Life and death, evil spirits, nature. All of them bow down immediately.
Mhm.
And if you take Lazarus' name out, which is the proper noun, his mom and daddy probably gave him that name, all of those commands were immediately honored.
Yes.
And every one of them, one
Mhm.
syllable words. Peace, be still, come forth, leave him. That's how easy it is
Yeah,
when you realize who you completely are.
exactly.
Right? Let's
Yeah.
talk about this. The pillars. As we get older, and I'm not going to ask you because I got slapped the last time I asked a woman, and she happened to be my sister. But anyway, bitch got some heavy hands, right? So, as you move closer to the door on the right, which I refer to the exit of this life into
Mhm.
whatever the life after the afterlife, because this is after something else. Okay. Why do you feel, Dawna, that so many people fear it? You only have to do that once, but you must live every day. Why is it that so many people are afraid of the exit strategy, the exit
Mhm.
plan called death?
Because it's unknown. We don't fear what we know, we fear the unknown.
Mm.
And if we don't know what that is, because we haven't experienced it yet, we fear it. Fear is just saying there's an absence of love in this moment. I used to have love. Now I can't see the love. I can't find the love. Now I'm going to go into fear because I don't know what's going to happen. But the truth is, our brains are already living 2 to 3 seconds ahead of everything that we've been creating here in these moments. So your energy and your emotions affect the next moment, the next moment, the next moment for the creation. And if you understand that, you know that you are at the seat of your creation to co-create your reality. Therefore, the fear of the unknown becomes irrelevant
Mhm.
because you just created your next 3 to 5 seconds before it actually even happened, because
Yeah.
you actually live that little piece of the future.
Mhm.
So everything is technically known to us in the moment that it happens. So
That it happens, because
so
that's why reality is a temporary reality. Everything is a temporary reality. And I tell my young people to remember that. Why do you
Mhm.
think they say this too shall pass? Because as soon as you said it, it's gone.
It's gone. It's
It's
this
gone.
moment. That's it. That's it. There's no future. There's no past. It's all in
That's
the
right.
same
That's
moment.
right. We got to have you on one or both, at least one of the follow-up 90-minute specials that we're going to have for all of the authors who appeared here on Bathrobe Moments. We're going to do maybe in the first 30 days afterwards to follow up to help push the book and all of your stories. So there's no two the same. I mean, not even close
Mm-mm.
in this book. I love it. I love it. Before we get out of here, let me read some of it with you because I want you to get the book. And if you don't get it, hang out the month between Jackson Hole and when our authors show up. We're going to be giving away one book every day. Okay. So that's worth it in itself. Now, here's what Don had to say about, and this is powerful, you guys, what we feed the mind. She says, we are living in a time when media shapes consciousness at scale. Every hour, audiences around the world are absorbing content, and that content is doing something to their brain. My Luke said,
Yeah.
doom scrolling. I never heard of that until a couple of weeks ago. I'm out of it, So listen up. She's right. It moves through their nervous system. It shifts the frequency. It shapes what they believe is possible. There's no neutral content. Every story, not every other, not once in a while. There's no shared custody agreement with purpose and truth. It is consistent. Remember that. I love the way you say things. I really do. Every story we tell is either medicine or poison.
Yeah.
Asa Babaka. Again, they're gonna strike me one of these days for saying that. I'm just saying, either lowering the frequency of the world or raising it. You're shrinking or you're expanding. And responsible for what you throw out there. Do not offer any. Don't give the world 0-calorie content. It's like eating styrofoam.
Pretty much. You're right.
Do not do it. That's right. And going on through, I'm paraphrasing. Oh, I was right. You didn't mention Los Angeles Times. You know Mo?
I do know Mo Rock.
Okay. And through the Los Angeles Tribune's Film Division and the Abundant Soul Initiative, she says that each project carries the same foundational intention. There's one of those I-N words, y'all. It is inside. Right. So that's in there. I'm looking at the things that I know to be true because they jumped out to me. You see what I mean? If you're not looking for them, they will be looking for you. It works in both directions, you all. And then finally, oh, nobody has stuff on the back too. This just, I'm telling you, it's
there's a lot.
It really is. Finding your wings. Wings are remembered from within. When we finally say yes to the purpose that has been waiting for us all along, we choose them in the most unlikely moments, in the midst of pain or disruption or radical uncertainty. I said growing pains. They tell us this. Now remember, I said we could change some of the words. I don't say grow your wings on the way down. That's a bird of prey. I say grow your wings on the way out, or whatever no longer serves you. Just like a plane comes out and takes off. How else can you soar? You see what I'm saying? It's true because our words create an image, and the image is your intention. Your intentions will be dressed in the garments that you laid out on the bed for them to wear. They're going to look exactly like you named them. That's why, because I would say, what does Dawna mean? That's what I would say. That's why I ask people, why do you let them just, because there's a meaning behind it. What is the meaning behind the spelling and name of your name? Or was it like my sister's name? I don't know. It sounded cute. That's what
So yes, absolutely. Conscious media. It's what we consume as individuals and people because that affects who we are. And what you're consuming starts creating inside of you. But yet, as a media maker, it is also my responsibility to put out conscious media in alignment with uplifting the world.
Amen.
And so I'm responsible for the content I put out. So it's both. With names, our names do have a vibrational frequency to it.
Do. Yes, they
And
do.
I'm just told my name was given to me the way it was spelled because my mom had a friend who spelled her name like that, and she liked it.
I thought it was cute.
I have no other reason. But if our name is a vibrational frequency field, then using a person's name can have power or dominion over with them. And so there's a frequency code to it. And if people are mispronouncing my name, no matter how they're using it, guess how much does not affect me so I can stay focused.
See? And it works. There are two lanes, sacred and scared. It works in both directions.
Yes.
Same letters.
Yes.
They get switched in the middle. Distraction. But see, it drew me in because I thought you said Dawna. And then I have my travel agent's name is Dawna Campbell. I said, oh, another Dawna Campbell. And then I saw Dawna. And instantly.
You knew it was different.
Everything.
Frequency.
It made me lean in.
Yes.
It had the law of attraction. Listen. Oh, man. I'm 3 minutes over because I can't help it. Divine timing doesn't go by a clock. Just like your purpose doesn't live on any calendar.
Exactly.
Someday or one day. Because those days are on no calendar. And yes, I got ghetto on you right there. They ain't on no calendar. Them taters ready yet, Paul? That's right. I can take it there if I need to. But listen, in all seriousness, be impeccable with your word.
Always.
Mean what you say and say what you mean. You are full of wonder, so you are wonderful. It is meaningful. It must be full of meaning. And remember this as we get out of here. If you are going to seal your voice and your message within the hallways of history, I know this to be true. Then every day, leave something that people want to remember. Because if they don't remember it, how are they going to repeat it? And if they don't repeat it, it's because it wasn't worth remembering. So everything that is intentional must live at the top of your mind to land on the tips of their tongues. And all because it originated and grew from the center of your soul. Take that with you today and have a divine everything. We don't occupy any old space, only sacred space. We don't have good friends. We have blessed friends. And we don't create fond memories. We create divine ones. Right?
Always.
Amen.
100%.
Dawna Campbell, what an honor. I cannot wait to pick that brain of yours. It's like a big mile-long computer, y'all.
See each other in a couple of days.
Yes. Bless you so much. Dawna Campbell, you guys, on the screen and also in the show notes. We will place her connectors like you see here, and I highly recommend you go right to her chapter when you get the book. You won't be sorry. It drew me in. Thank you, Dawna.
Thank you.
For putting up with all of our, things happen.
Oh, it's fun.
Thank you so much. You're a great sport, and I want to know where you got that at Land's Lab. If they have one where that I Dream of Jeannie lives in, I want one of those too, with her little house.
Dubai.
Huh?
That came from Dubai, so that's a little bit of a journey for me.
It's beautiful. I want to go there next show. You been there?
That's how I got the lamp.
How many times have you been there? Well, you could have ordered on eBay.
One time. Oh, no. It's not fun if you just order it. You have to go there to experience
What's one of those little marketplaces where all the people are skirting around and stuff?
In the souks. That's where I got it.
Showing out now.
I'll show you how to get there.
Okay. I love it. You guys get in touch with Dawna. She is a plethora of information in all directions, top to bottom, bottom to top, side to side, corner to corner, and corner to corner. See you tomorrow for another episode of Bathrobe Moments. Dawna, what a pleasure. Take care. Bye, you guys. Have a great, great everything. We'll see you.
Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How explicit do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine.